Welcome to Immature Designer. In this video, we will be learning how to make customer journey maps. So basically, before starting your design, you have to have a journey map of your customer to know that what journey the customer might follow. And of course, this journey cannot be one journey. Multiple customers will use multiple journey basis what your application can provide. In this, you'll see how a journey map is done. It's basically, firstly, a scenario is given to your persona. A persona was previously defined, and then a scenario is given that this particular person wants to get access to study resources and materials that have been followed by previous year students, and also have been kept by previous year students. So that's the scenario. This person wants access to study materials and resources, right? That's all. Now the goal, why this person wants, what is the goal of this person, you have to define to be on the same as everyone else, on the same page, to be up to date, etc. And then what is the motivation? Everyone is following the previous year study materials. You don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out anything. You want to make sure that you know all the patterns of previous year, so that you are how the exams are going to be conducted. So that's how you get an idea. So these are all the goals and motivation of this particular person, anchor. And then you have journey phases, wherein there is a realization phase. In a realization phase, this particular person realizes that people are following some kind of resources. They are getting access to some kind of resources which they are following. And then there is a finding phase, where the person goes and asks. The first thing you would do is go and ask your friend or some senior, take help from someone, and go and find out what's happening around, how they are doing it. Okay, and then once you get the understanding, okay, this is the place where this is how they are doing it. There's a collection phase where you collect the resources and study forms, and you go and collect everything, and then you study everything. Okay. So this is how an offline thing would work. Now, these was his journey phases. What are the actions that the person is taking during the realization phase? During the realization phase, the first action was that he starts preparing for the exam. He goes to the library and asks for books and suggested by the professor. Now he observes that many people are sitting in there with their laptops and taking down notes from somewhere. Now in the finding phase, he then goes and asks his friend about the books they chose to follow, how they're doing it. He also texts his senior about what's happening. He left the library. Okay. Then after leaving the library, this is the collection phase. He opens Google Drive that he received from the senior, and he saw in the Google Drive that there are a lot of things over there already. The studying phase, where he sat down and studied those previous question papers, etc. So these all are the actions that he took. So what I did was firstly understand the goals and motivation. And now that this is the goal and this is the motivation, you have to understand what the journey the person is going to take if he's having this particular goal. Okay. And then during the journey, while every step is happening, in one word, something is going to be the person's action. There are going to be multiple actions in particular journey phase. In realization, there are going to be multiple actions. So those are defined over here. And then comes some mindset and emotion. So that when the person is clueless, where he has no idea, he's thinking that I have to start from the scratch and everything, he's sad and confused and a lot of emotions are there, exams are coming. So in that case, the mindset emotion part is very low. He's at his lower point. Okay. And then when he's really relieved when as he was not the only one that he was who's in the library, so he was relieved. But then he was confused confused, as he did not know which book to refer, what to do over here in the library, which book to take. And then he became happy again when he knew that, okay, my senior is going to help me, I've got some referrals. And then he was again sad when he was waiting for the reply from the senior. See how these small points are also noted. Every point, every phase, it's just like you are in the shoe of the user. He's just waiting, and then he got it. Okay, he got some reply from the senior. He's excited. He got a Google Drive and everything. He just went to the room, but then he realizes there are a lot of study material again in the Google Drive, and he has a lot of questions while going through the previous year question papers or the notes. He has many questions, but he cannot do anything. He just got into some group study, boosted the speed, and he asked people with whom he was studying. he asked all the doubts he had. But various phases were there where he was in his ups, various phases was there when he was in his down. Now these are the phases which you want to target. Now not all of these phases are required to be targeted and solved by your application or whatever product you're making, but you can even target one single phase. You can even target this one single phase where he was waiting for senior's reply, how you can reduce the problem statement over here. You can take every problem, you can take one other problem, you can take multiple problem from this and solve through your application. So this was how this journey map was done. And then finally you jot down all the opportunities and insights. So over here, when he was clueless what opportunities and insights you have is that use resources available to everyone from the beginning of college, notify whenever a new document is uploaded so that everyone is up to date. Okay, no one is clueless. And then all the other opportunities and insights you can jot down from the particular journey map that you have made. So I hope that you have got an idea about how a journey map is made. I hope this helped you. If you have any doubts, please comment in the comment section and do subscribe the channel if you like the video. Thank you.